Hey, what's up, guys? Sanjay here. Happy Sunday to everyone. So today I'm going to try to explain to you what I do before I launch any Facebook ads campaign for Shopify, for lead generation, for webinar registration, anything. And I think my advice is pretty good because I've spent thousands of dollars on Facebook ads for my Shopify store. I've spent thousands of dollars with my clients. Money on Facebook ads for their businesses as a paid traffic consultant. And obviously I'm not going to, try and brag and say that I'm some expert like a lot of these kids are doing. But, I'm on the verge of being a paid traffic consultant / email consultant my full-time income. So without further ado, let's get into it. And I'm going to explain to you how if you do this for 5 minutes before any Facebook ads campaign, it'll save you hundreds of dollars and, more importantly, weeks of your time trying to optimize for something. Okay, so let's get into it. Okay, guys, so I know, very, very slick editing on my part. So, before you start any Facebook ads campaign, I'm assuming you guys are very familiar with the whole sales funnel. So it looks something like this. It goes from ad to product page, which goes to checkout page, which goes to you actually making money. Okay, so this looks so you can do this funnel for anything, but since this is an e-commerce group, we're going to stick to Shopify. So you can actually reverse engineer this so you know exactly what your numbers need to look like at each point of your conversion ad sets. So let's say, for example, we're selling a $20 unicorn t-shirt, and it costs you about excuse me. So it costs you about $10 to make the shirt. So you have about $10 on ad spend that you can spend. Now, for me personally, I'm completely okay with breaking even on the front end because I know I'm good enough at email copywriting that if I bring in someone for free, I can get them to buy something within a month. And I suggest everyone have that same mindset and really focus on the back end instead of the front end funnel. So for me personally, I'm willing to spend $10, my entire ad budget, to make that one purchase. So I'm willing to spend $10 per purchase. So now let's go up the funnel. So the add to cart rate in e-commerce, the industry average is, or not the add to cart rate, the abandoned cart rate is about 70%. And that's actually a very, very optimistic view. I'm trying to be more optimistic in 2018. So that means if 10 people add your product to their cart, 7 of them are going to leave it. And this can be for various reasons. The shipping price might be too high. Their dog could bark outside, so they ran and let him in. They could be viewing your page or your store in class, and the teacher asked them a question. There's a lot of things that could factor in there. So, but 3 people who do add to cart are going to purchase. So what you do is you take 10 and you multiply it by 0.3. So that means we're willing to spend $3 per add to cart. So that's how much we're willing to spend to try to, break even. So the average add to cart rate for someone who views your product page is about 8.6, 8.7%, and that's the industry average for e-com. So that means only about 8% of the people who view your store are actually going to add that product to the cart. So my store is about 12.5%, but I've been doing this for a while now. So if you take 3 and multiply it by 0.08, you get 0.24. So that's 24 cents per view content. Okay, so guys, the reason I do this like this is because of Facebook's algorithm. So Facebook needs 15 to 25 of a conversion event in order to optimize for it. So if you don't have the starting budget to force 15 to 25 purchases, then I don't recommend that you set your ad set for purchase. And also, it's 15 to 25 conversions per week. Okay, it's not 15 to 25 conversions total. It's 15 to 25 conversions per week. And so let's say you don't have the money to spend on Facebook ads to force 15 to 25 purchases per week. So then you go up the funnel and you try to force 15 to 25 add to carts. This will be a lot cheaper because obviously, it's easier to get someone to add to cart than to just full on buy. So let's say you don't have the budget to get 15 to 25 add to carts per week. So then you go up the funnel to view content, and you try to get 15 to 25 view content per week. And if you can do that, then you set your ad set to optimize for view content. And that's how it goes, guys. So if you optimize for view content, that means Facebook's going to take people who are going to click your ad and view the product page. And after that, it's like they don't really care what happens. So if you keep optimizing for view content, eventually you'll probably hit 15 to 25 add to carts, assuming your product page is, at least hitting the industry average for add to cart rate. And then you duplicate this ad set and then change the conversions to add to cart. So, okay, so before I let you guys go, I'm going to try to come up with a quick example. So let's say your ad, the view content is $1. So it's costing you $1 to get someone to click on your ad and wait for your product page to load up and see your product. So that tells you two things. One, it tells you that your ad copy or your ad creative sucks. And two, it tells you that your targeting is off. So you can split test that and figure out which different ad creatives, maybe write different copies with different hooks. And then you can also change your targeting. Maybe you're going too broad, maybe you're going too specific, maybe you're just not showing it in front of the right niche or the right group of people. All those can factor in. So the power of drawing out this entire funnel, guys, is that you can easily spend thousands of dollars if all you focus on is optimizing for purchase. Because, you're not optimizing for each, because you're adding in all these variables. But if you just focus on optimizing for view content, you're only dealing with two variables, as opposed to also dealing with your product page, your shipping rate. All these variables are affecting this number. So if you can break it down into individual segments, you understand. So let's say your add to cart rate is $5. So your product page isn't converting. So then you need to add things like scarcity timers, trust badges, maybe your price isn't resonating with the audience, maybe more high quality photos to try to get your add to cart rate down. And let's say, you're not getting this $10 per purchase, even though all these numbers look right. Then your shipping rate is too high, or your checkout is just too cumbersome. So maybe be like, hey, maybe don't force people to have accounts. Get rid of the PayPal button, change your shipping rate, all these things. So that's the power of mapping this out, is exactly what part of this entire funnel is not optimized. And you can spend a lot less money and time trying to optimize that individual part. So in another video, I'm going to probably try to help break down the specific KPIs of each of these parts. But that's about it, guys. And this will save you so much money and so much time because you know exactly which part of the funnel you need to optimize for based on your budget and based on your pixel. So that's it. Hey guys, thanks for sticking till the end of the video. I want to let you off with one quick story, and I think this is very important that you arm yourself with this knowledge. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with the term shovel sellers. So shovel sellers in 1849 during the California Gold Rush, prospectors from all over, and not even prospectors, just people from all over the world and America came to California to try to find gold and become financially free. And the people who made the most money were the people who sold them shovels. Now you might be thinking, well, they're selling them tools for them to go and do their business. But in reality, they're selling them the hope of financial freedom and the fear of missing out on that financial freedom. And so that's kind of what I'm seeing in the whole internet marketing space. If I just go on Facebook, all I see are, some kid who I don't even know if he's a millionaire. He probably made like $50,000 online, and he's trying to peddle his $1,000 course to unsuspecting people. And it's not people's fault for buying it. They're not, they haven't been in the marketing space, so they don't understand, that they're being sold to something. So the last bit of advice that I want to give you is, don't buy any course. Take that money and spend it on advertising and learning. Facebook has something called the Facebook, I want to say Blueprint. It's a free Facebook course that they do because Facebook obviously wants to educate people so that, they spend money advertising on their platform. And you'll understand the basics of Facebook ads. Take that $1,000 and spend it on Facebook ads. You might make some money back, but more importantly, you'll know. I've bought a $1,000 course. The reason I think I'm very good at Facebook ads is not because of the course I bought, but because of all the money, my personal money and my clients' money that I spent on Facebook ads, learning about Facebook advertising. Not any course. I know when to zig when I need to zig, and I know when to zag when I need to zag, and that just comes from experience. So that's my last bit of advice. Keep hustling, keep grinding. I'll see you guys at the top. Take it easy.